Hello and welcome to another episode of Disney Movie Investigation. If this is your first time watching, welcome to the show. In each episode, we take a look at a movie that is featured on Disney+. On this episode, we are taking a look at another X-Men movie as we take a look at X-Men Origins Wolverine. And if you are enjoying these videos, I do ask that you please hit that subscribe button. That way you'll be notified with each new episode. Now, sit back and enjoy this episode of Disney Movie Investigation. Like I said, today we're covering X-Men Origins Wolverine. This movie was released on April 1st, 2009. It was directed by Gavin Hood. The screenplay was written by David Benioff and Skip Woods. The production companies were 20th Century Fox, Marvel Entertainment, Dune Entertainment, and Donner's Company and The Seed Productions. And it was distributed by 20th Century Fox. The budget for this movie was $150 million, and it did a box office return of $373.1 million. But let's take a look at the backstory. So David Benioff would pursue this project for over 3 years before being hired to write the script in October of 2004. The story would be influenced by the comic book storylines of Weapon X and Origin storylines. And Skip Woods, who had written Hitman for Fox, was hired to rewrite and revise the script. At the same time, Deadpool was being developed by Ryan Reynolds and David S. Goyer at New Line in 2003. But this project would not occur as the focus turned to Blade Trinity, and they would figure that Deadpool would be a possible spin-off. Filming would be delayed for Wolverine for over a year, as Jackman would be busy filming Australia in 2007. Gavin Woods was announced as the director in July of 2007 for a 2008 release. Because of Jackman filming in Australia, obviously, filming would also occur for this movie in Australia at the Fox Studios, along with location work in New Zealand and New Orleans. The score was composed by Harry Gregson Williams, with a soundtrack being released on April 29, 2009. So let's take a look at the cast. So we have Hugh Jackman, who plays the role of Wolverine, Liv Schreiber, who plays Victor Creed, aka Sabretooth, Danny Huston as William Stryker, will.i.am as John Rath, Lynn Collins as Kyla Silver Fox, Kevin Durand as Fred Dukes, Taylor Kitsch as Gambit, and Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. So in terms of the plot, two mutant brothers, Logan and Victor, born 200 years ago, suffer childhood trauma and have only each other to depend on. Basically, they are fighters and killers living from war to war throughout U.S. history and in modern times. U.S. Colonel Stryker ends up recruiting them and other mutants as commandos. Logan quits and becomes a logger, falling in love with a local school teacher. When Logan refuses to rejoin Stryker's crew, the Colonel sends in the murderous Victor. Logan now wants revenge against Stryker and Victor. So in terms of the marketing and legacy, this film has an interesting legacy because on March 31st, 2009, a DVD quality work print of the film was released online. The picture contained references to Rising Sun Pictures, and they were the number one suspect of who leaked the film online, but they denied that they released the film. Ted Galliano, president of Feature Film Productions, would later reveal that the leak came from a preview copy that was prepared for Fox president Rupert Murdoch. There were several marketing tie-ins for the movie, and this included 7-Eleven, Papa John Pizza, and Schick razors. Hugh Jackman would also appear as Wolverine in a Got Milk commercial in order to promote the film. Hasbro would release action figures based on the movie, as well as a toy retractable claw glove. Raven Software would develop a video game based on the film, and this film was actually originally supposed to be a start of a series of films showing origins of the X-Men characters. There were plans for Magneto as well as Rogue, but these two films remained in development, and then when the green light got given for X-Men First Class, these two films were put on the back burner. However, there was two sequels to this movie. They included The Wolverine and Logan, and Logan is supposed to be kind of the final chapter, but as we learned recently, the Wolverine is in Deadpool 3 as well. So would I recommend this film? I think this is a great way to spin off the character. I love the quality of the backstory of Logan. And I think it was really cool to link it to the first X-Men film. I also like how they introduced Gambit, a character we hadn't seen before. He was one of my favorites growing up, so I kind of missed him in the first three. Unfortunately, they did mishandle Deadpool. We all know that. But they did correct that later when Ryan Reynolds would helm the project himself. I think Hugh Jackman's performance is great, as he is able to mix both comedy and able to make a compelling character that the audience you want to see succeed. Overall, definitely recommend this to any fan of the X-Men films, as I think it's a great spin-off series. So thank you so much for joining us here on another episode of Disney Movie Investigation. I would love anyone to leave a comment below on what they think of X-Men Origins Wolverine. And as we look forward to our next episode, we are going to explore a independent sports comedy as we take a look at Bend It Like Beckham. So until next time, I hope you have a magical day, and we will see you real soon.